We're reaching out to you, youth in particular, because we believe that youth are essential to the health and well-being of Canada's democracy.
I'd like to propose to you that we should introduce legislation as soon as possible to require people to vote. Why not?
So it's both young and old. Canadians are disconnected from our parliamentarians, and more than ever, we're just simply opting out of politics, full stop.
We have to be looking at what we can do to get better involved, what kind of changes we need to make to actually be really more citizens and not just members of Canada.
There are nearly 3 million young Canadians between the ages of 18 to 24 in Canada. In 2011, just over 1/3 of those voted.
You need to make sure that it's not you just voting, but your family and your friends. So you can't just say, well, I voted and I'm done. You need to continually educate yourself and educate the people around you.
People 18 to 35 are actually less cynical about democracy than their parents or their grandparents.
I feel like it's more than just voting. It's actively participating in your community.
And at a time when it seems impossible to get people to vote or turn out to an afternoon meeting, fully 7,000 people volunteered from every walk of life.
While to a certain extent, some of the responsibility, I think, rests with you as eligible voters, some of the responsibility rests with us to ensure that we make voting accessible for all voters, and particularly for younger voters.
Social media is a tool, I think, for a certain level of engagement, but in order to really change things, people have to become personally engaged in a way that moves beyond computer engagement.
So this is where you can help. Research shows us that young people who are democratically engaged have a positive impact on their family and peers by inspiring them to take action. You may not realize it, but you can be a political influencer.
I think for myself and probably a lot of people here today, a lot of us are already involved in democracy, but it's nice to see some of the more specific ways in which we can either become more involved or encourage others who are less involved to engage a bit more.
You are unusual. You are a room full of people who came out for something called Democracy Week. Now, this is wonderful. Like, you're unusual in the best of ways. Chances are you're all more likely to vote, you're more interested in politics than the average Canadian, you're more engaged in your communities.
So what I found really inspiring was the discussions about how citizens can be involved in different ways.
The problem isn't that we're asking too much of people, it's that we're asking too little.